Hey, it's Michael from michaelangelocaruso.com and the almost famous YouTube channel. If you subscribe to this channel, you can be notified of all new videos. I wanted to comment quickly on my lifetime of teaching. Not many people know that I got started teaching way back in high school. It turns out that I learned how to play trumpet a little bit better than some of the other kids coming up through the system. And I figured out that my knowledge was worth something to these people. They all wanted to learn how to play trumpet better, and they were willing to pay a few bucks per lesson to figure that out. So I started doing trumpet lessons for kids in the neighborhood. When I later learned how to play bass guitar, I started doing the same thing. And this is how I was able to keep a full gas tank during all my college years. Bought tons of black jeans. That's what everybody wanted back in the day. With that money earned from teaching music lessons. Now, of course, I run the Present Like a Pro online training course for presenters and speakers. It's the best online training of its type in the country, I'm proud to say. And I wanted to share with you in this video something that I've learned about speaking, about teaching versus learning. And it came from a lesson that I got from an early admin of mine at one of my companies. Her name was Laura, and we had purchased one of those United States Postal Service meters that people used back in the day. I'm not even sure they're still around. I think it was from Pitney Bowes or somebody like this. And so she brought this thing home. It was heavier than a boat anchor and put it on the desk. And I was so thrilled because now nobody would have to stand in line. Nobody from my company would have to stand in line at the post office to buy stamps. I thought this was the biggest waste of time ever. And now we could just, take the machine in once a month and fill it with, fill the meter with money, and then you could meter the mail before it went out. This is how it worked. Unfortunately, the machine wasn't all that intuitive. So Laura brought it home and taught herself how to use it. And then a couple days later, I said, hey, I want to learn how to use this too. Can you please teach me? And she said, sure. And she goes up to the machine, and I'm watching her, and she goes, tap, tap, whiz, whiz, bang, and the sticker comes out with the correct postage. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool. Thanks very much for teaching me, Laura. And Laura stepped back into her office, and I still had postage I needed to apply to this piece of mail. So I tried to figure out the formula for getting the meter to print out the label, and I couldn't. I mean, she'd only taught me like 5 seconds ago, and I couldn't remember how to do it. So I said, hey, Laura, could you come back in here and show me again? So she comes back in, and she says, yeah, I don't mind showing you. Of course, it's you probably just need to hear it a couple times and you'll be good to go. And she does it again. She goes, tap, tap, whiz, whiz, bang. And, the sticker comes out with the right amount of postage. And now since I've got postage for the package that I wanted, she goes back to work. I go back to work. Everybody's happy. Well, 3 days later, I need to meter another package. And I go back in completely confident that now that she showed me twice, I certainly should be able to figure this out, right? And do it myself independently for the very first time. And I'm looking at this damn thing. It's not very intuitive. That's my version of it now. And I cannot make it happen. And I don't want to call Laura in because she's going to think I'm a dumbass. And yet I have no other choice but to call her back in and show me one more time. I said, Laura. She comes back in. She says, yes, Michael. I said, I know you showed me this twice already, but could you just show me one more time? And she puts her hands on her hips and she clicks her tongue like this. She goes, I've already showed you twice. I think what she said was, I've already taught you twice. To which I said, well, you may have taught me, but I didn't learn it. And that encapsulates my biggest aha when it comes to teaching people how to do things, is that just because you think you teach somebody how to do something doesn't mean that they've learned how to do it. And to this day, I endeavor to make sure that I not only teach people how to become better speakers, better salespeople, better customer service representatives, better leaders, but I make sure they learn it as well. More information about the Present Like a Pro program on my website, which is michaelangelocaruso.com. And you are also encouraged to join the free Facebook group. It's called Present Like a Pro. I'll see you soon. Thanks very much.